Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sabi Crystal here with a beautiful fresh looking face as usual. And if you are coming across my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome back as well. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a comparison between a limited liability company and a business name. If you're an OG here on my channel, you know that I did a video on how you can set up your business, and a lot of you were asking me questions on what you need to do when you want to register your company or your business name. Okay, so most people were really confused on what to do. Should they open a company or should they open a business name, or should they register a business name rather? Okay, so now I want to show you guys, like I told them I was going to do a different video on the comparison between a limited liability company and a business name. Okay, so you can know the one to register as a new startup. Okay, so I'm going to do a comparison so you will know what you need to do, okay, as a new startup, if you are going to go for a limited liability company or you are going for a business name. Okay, you're going to register a business name or you register a limited liability company. So yeah, I'm going to do a video. Without further ado, let's get guys, like I said, if you're a new startup and you want to register your business name or your company, these are the differences. These are the comparison between a business name and a limited liability company that you need to know before you decide or before you make up your mind on what to do. Okay, so I have here the distinctions. I'm going to be reading them out. So I'm going to be reading here all the comparisons I have. First of all, I'll start with limited liability, then also talk about business name. So number one clear comparison or difference is that for a limited liability company, shareholders have limited liability and are not personally liable for the debts of the company. Okay, so for those of you that that are interested in opening a limited liability company, just know that shareholders are not liable. Okay, they are not liable for the debts of the company. The company is like an entity, different from the shareholders. By shareholders, I mean the directors, those of you that have come together to set up the company. Okay, they are not personally liable for the debt of the company. The company is liable for their own debt. So in terms of a company, limited liability company, it's a different entity from the owners of the company. Okay, but in case of a business name, the owner, business name is more like a one-man business or a partnership business. The owner has a limited liability and can be held personally liable for the debts of the business. Okay, so in a business name, you are personally liable. If it's a one-man business, you are personally liable for the debts of the company because you are not different from the company. You are not a different entity from the company, unlike in the limited liability company where the company is different from the members of the company. Okay, yeah. So number two comparison here is that in limited liability company, it's easier to raise capital as shares can be used as collateral for loan or in exchange for equity investment. Yes, when you want to raise money for limited liability company, it's easier to raise money because the shares can be used as collateral. By shares, I mean they are shares that have been allotted to each of the directors. Okay, whatever they are coming in with, the measurement, it should be commensurate with whatever they are investing in the business. Okay, they can be used as collateral for loans. Okay, yeah, when you want to acquire properties, for example, your shares can be a collateral for loans. But in case of a business name, yeah, the reverse is the same, because in business name you say that it's difficult to raise capital because you are the one to raise capital on your own as the business owner. Okay, you are to raise capital on your own, so bear that in mind that when you are raising a business name, you are the one to raise capital. You cannot you have to personally acquire, you have to personally process a loan or apply for loan on your own personally. But for limited liability, the shares can be used as collateral for loan. Okay, so you can see the advantage there. So for a limited liability company, number three comparison is that ownership is transferable easily and the company has continuous existence even if the shareholders have passed away. So in terms of limited liability company, ownership is transferable easily, so you can transfer ownership to another party easily in limited liability company. But when it comes to business name, transferring ownership is very difficult, almost impossible, because there's no difference between the owner and the business. Okay, so you cannot transfer ownership to another person when it comes to your business name. But for company, you can actually transfer ownership because once the shareholder dies, definitely the other shareholders will continue with the business. Okay, the company continues. Yeah, that's the advantage here. So number four difference here is in limited liability company, there is more formality to run. Okay, for example, annual general meetings, important decisions need board meetings and resolutions. Okay, in terms of a limited liability company, is more formal to run because definitely you can't just make a decision as on your own, because of course there are other shareholders, there are other directors to make decisions. So that's why they have board meetings, annual general meetings to make decisions. Okay, those decisions are always put in writing. Okay, and the decision, whatever decision they come that they pass must be, you know, it must be acceptable by all members. Okay, yes, there must be an acceptance by all members before the decision is taken in terms of for a company, for a limited liability company. But for a business name, it's less formal. Okay, no need for annual general meetings or board resolutions. For business name, of course, you are the owner of the business, you are just the sole owner of the business, so you can make your own decisions without without any other person. Okay, you are the sole owner, so there's no formality in it. You can make your own decisions by yourself. So now the fifth and final comparison between a business name and a limited liability company is that it's more expensive to set up, as you need a lawyer or accredited agent to register, and you need to provide company constitutional documentations. Okay, so when it comes to registration of company, it's more cumbersome because you have your articles of association, you have a memorandum of association, and you can't prepare that alone. You need the service of a lawyer, because of course that's why I'm here. Okay, that's why I'm an accredited agent and I'm a lawyer too, and I'm accredited with CAC. So I know the processes and all that you need to do. There's so many processes you need to do to register your company, your limited liability company. So you need the service of a lawyer. So it's more expensive to set up. Okay, it's more expensive to register because you need to pay for your stamp duties and all that. Yeah, for those of you that are familiar with it, you know that you need to pay your stamp duties and all that when it comes to limited liability. But for business name, is different. It is lower startup cost, as you do not need a lawyer to register it, and you don't need that much documentation. Of course, I register business names too, but the documentation process is less cumbersome than that of a limited liability, and it's cheaper. Okay, it's cheaper. That's why most people like to go for business names. Okay, because it's cheaper to register than a limited liability. Okay, so if you want more information, I'll leave my Instagram handle on the screen for you guys. Contact me and I'll give you more information that you need. But generally, in terms of business name and in terms of a limited liability and business name, I would advise my clients to go for limited liability because it's more globally recognized. Okay, so when you want to apply for a loan or you're applying for a bid, okay, bid for a contract, most of these bids, they recognize a limited liability company as opposed to a business name. Okay, business name is not too recognized whenever you want to apply for loans or you want to bid for contracts. Okay, for federal contracts and all that, you can't use a business name, whereas for a limited liability company you can. It's more recognized and generally acceptable and globally recognized and acceptable. Okay, so I always advise my clients to go for limited liability. But if you don't have the costs, okay, if you're not financially buoyant to go for limited liability, you can actually register your business name, then later upgrade to a limited liability company. Okay, so like I said, if you have any further questions, contact me, chat with me up on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram handle on the screen and on the description box for you guys. Okay, so yeah, these are the differences and comparison between a limited liability company and a business name. Okay, so if you have any further questions or you have any comment down below in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video coming up very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, like, share, and of course click on the bell notification button beside the subscribe button to get notified whenever I post new videos here on my channel. So guys, to my next video coming up very, very soon. Take care. Bye.